Hey there, I've got a question for you. Are you obsessed with food? Do you think about what you're going to eat at your next meal before you've even finished eating your current meal? Or do you lay awake at night kind of taking inventory of all the things that you should or shouldn't have eaten that day and then kind of feeling guilty or pledging to start over the next day? Are you always looking for that next diet or that next quick fix or, thinking, "Oh, I've got to get this weight off. Like, does it weigh heavy? Are you always thinking about it? There is so much more to think about in life than our weight and the food that we eat. And I know because I used to be obsessed with food. I was always counting calories or writing out a perfect meal plan or looking at grams of whatever, in order to evaluate what I should be eating or avoiding certain foods. And it was no fun. I mean, it was really no way to live. And then to make it worse, I would beat myself up when I didn't lose weight or follow the meal plan, or worse yet, ended up having a binge where I sat around and just cleared out the cabinets and ate boxes and bags of whatever, and then feeling really terrible about myself. It's really no fun to live obsessed with food, and it's not good for your health either in the long run. I know the hard way because, at some point, because I would strict diet and then binge, I was able to maintain my weight for some time. But over time, I ended up gaining weight and developing prediabetes. And it was somewhat of a wake-up call, but it wasn't just like, oh, wow, I need to change. No, it is a process to change. And I want to share with you today 3 things that helped me to go from food obsessed to living my best. And they're not all easy things. I mean, I'm going to say them and they sound easy when you hear them, but I know in reality to follow through with them, it's not easy. And it does require a process of change. So don't expect that you're just going to be able to like snap your fingers and do these 3 things. So the first thing that I did, or one of the things that helped me, was to stop focusing on my weight. And that meant getting rid of my scale, because I would continue to weigh myself every day if it was in the house. And I got rid of my full-length mirror. So that meant no more criticizing myself in the mirror, beating myself up, or refusing to wear certain clothes, or, pinching fat and, excuse me, just thinking, what can I do to get rid of this? Or, oh, I wish that, I looked a different way, or that my stomach was smaller. No, none of that. There was no self-judgment in the mirror. And no evaluating my self-worth based on the number on the scale. And it's truly freeing, and it's hard to get to that point, but if you can get there, it will be great. And the second thing that I did was that I stopped feeling guilty for eating. We need to eat. We need food for survival. We're allowed to get pleasure from food. Don't feel guilty for that. And part of that, slow down and enjoy your food. Get enjoyment from it instead of guilt. And it really is a freeing experience. I mean, most of the time we eat something because it tastes good, right? And if we turn around and later feel guilty because we ate it, then we didn't really get to enjoy it. So release the guilt. You have a bad day, review the situation, look at it objectively, and then move on. The third thing that I did that really, really helped me to move away from being obsessed with food was to start listening to my body. Not a meal plan, not a certain calorie level, or a diet telling me what to eat. So when my body said I was hungry, guess what? I'm going to eat. That means putting yourself as a priority. Not, oh, I'll eat after I do this, or I'll eat after I do that, or, I'm just going to keep working. And then, the next thing you know, you're eating lunch at 2 o'clock. No, putting yourself as a priority, feeding your body when it's hungry, listening to what it tells you. On the flip side of that, stopping when you're full. Now that one is probably even harder to do. I know, because I've been there, digging through ice cream and my stomach is hurting, yet I'm still going, but once you can first start to master eating when you're hungry and letting your body know it's going to get a consistent food supply, then start working on the stopping when you're satisfied. And, just observe yourself objectively and try to find, what are the situations, what are the things that trigger you, so that you know where you need to dig in and start working. And that whole thing is probably for another video. But listening to your body is extremely important. And the other piece of listening to your body is listening to what it tells you to eat. If your body really, really, really is desiring a certain food, then eat it. That doesn't mean you have to eat too much of it, but allowing yourself to have it when you really want it is important, because it's going to prevent a later binge. Now, when you do have it, you want to sit down, eat it slowly, enjoy it, and guilt-free. But you want to allow yourself to enjoy it and to eat it, and to look at the overall balance of your diet. And even one day, one meal, one food, whatever it is, it's not going to sabotage your health or cause you to gain weight from one day of bad eating. It just isn't. It's not that, if you can make it not as big of a deal, then it's easier to move on. Release the guilt. Just listen to your body. And if you're curious about the, eating when you're hungry and stopping when you're full and how that feels, I encourage you to go to my website and download my 3 simple steps to creating healthy meals. And in that download, I include what's called a hunger scale. So that hunger scale is a 1 to 10 scale, with 1 being you're starving and ravenous, all the way to 10 where you're just stuffed, you're unbuttoning your pants, you can't eat anymore. You just can't physically stuff anymore, and what all the ranges are in between, and where you should be. And again, that tool is just to be used for self-awareness, not necessarily as a form of control for your food or as a means of, oh, I can't eat more than this amount. Still enjoy your food, definitely. So I hope that you found those 3 tips helpful. And if you want to get to know a little bit more about me and my approach to healthy eating, I invite you to join my private Facebook group, which is Eat, Play, Love Yourself Healthy. And you can join by visiting facebook.com/groups/feed and nutrition, and just click the green join button. And I am a dietitian, nutritionist, and a mindful eating coach. So I will be in the group answering questions, giving support, and spreading the love and helping you to reach your goals and to get you to food freedom. And at the same time, I also do a monthly Simple Changes, Big Results challenge in the group. So we have something fun planned for January, which is a ME challenge. ME stands for Mindful Eating, Exercise, and Energy. So there's going to be a little point system you can follow for the day, just for fun. And I will be giving away some free sessions with me, and so I hope you'll participate and maybe win. And then for February, I have something super duper cool planned. We're going to be doing a positive affirmation challenge, and we're I don't want to spoil the fun, but it'll be a really cool challenge, and I think it'll bring a lot of motivation into the group. So I do hope that you will join. And again, my website, if you want to download that free download, 3 simple steps, it is vitanutrition.com, and the Facebook group is facebook.com/groups/Feed and Nutrition. And I really look forward to having you in the group and on my website. Have a great day now. Bye.